His primary concern is making her happy at the cost of himself.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Current Champ. Today we're talking about simps. Not that kind, though. You know what I'm talking about. This is a simp intervention. I'm not here to clown you or to make you feel terrible. I'm here to help you level up, all right? Now, we've all been down this road before. You think you're being smooth, but in all likelihood, you're just getting played. Worse, you're making open invitations to let it happen. Today, we're breaking down the 6 different types of simps. And trust me, you're gonna wanna hear this because I might be talking about you. Don't be fooled into thinking that trying too hard will get you the girl of your dreams. Because, seriously, why do so many dudes out here think simping is a dating strategy? Let's start with the basics. Here we've got the Rich Simp. This dude thinks his wallet is his riz. Bros flexing his cash, the fancy dinners, the trips, all to impress a woman. But here's the problem. He's not doing that out of generosity. Nah, he hoped for his bank account to buy him the affection, or worse, even just the smallest sliver of attention. Well, newsflash, it does get you her attention, but certainly not in the way you would have hoped. Go too far playing as this sugar daddy, and that's all she will ever see you as. A bank account, not as a partner, not as the one, but more so as living, breathing ATM. You ever hear the stories of a guy sending a girl cash for a procedure, and she hits him with, "Aw, thanks, bestie." Yep. That's the Rich Simp for you. A pretty unfortunate outcome considering the resources you just burned through. That's like playing a gotcha game and getting nothing but garbage. And here's the thing, in Western dating, this guy is everywhere. Swipe through Tinder or Instagram and you'll spot him. He's the guy flexing a rented Lambo in Miami. He's DMing, "Don't worry baby, I'll fly you out." He thinks showing off a picture-perfect lifestyle is his golden ticket to the girl. He's playing the long game with his money, hoping she'll come around. But what's happening? She's out there with the dude who doesn't even have a passport while Rich Simp is checking on the flight confirmation he paid for. Listen, you don't need money to have game if she wouldn't mess with you without your money. Think this through. Would this person really give you the time of their day if you weren't taking them out on fancy dinner dates? Would they still respond to your texts if you weren't mailing them hundreds of bucks at will? If not, then why bother? Don't be so willing to immediately jump into providing if that's all the person wants from you. Life's too short to bother with giving hard cash and pricey presents to someone who wouldn't fully appreciate them. Or maybe they do, but they're not gonna do this appreciating with you. Try booking her in a nice cozy resort and she'll likely think of bringing her pet dog along before considering you. She is not messing for you, she's with you for what you can provide for her, obviously. So what do you do instead? You stop trying to buy affection. Lead with your confidence, your personality swag, if you can muster it. Your value doesn't come from your bank account. It comes from who you are. If you couldn't be someone without your crisp bills, then now's a good time to reflect deep within. Pick up a new hobby. Spend your money on something substantial like healthy food, good investments, and your personal interests. The moment you begin to truly value yourself, people will see that value now too. Next up, the Romantic Simp. This dude thinks every woman he meets is fated. Ugh, he's constantly showering women with attention, flowers, text messages. The drill, he goes all out being sappy, trying to embody this green flag man women nowadays are on a lookout for. This man thinks every woman he meets is the one. He's out here treating first dates like wedding rehearsals. It's like he's auditioning for a role of Save the 304 in a Tyler Perry movie. But here's the issue. Bro's wasting far too much energy on someone who wouldn't even care if he got abducted by a UFO live on every streaming service there is. He's so busy trying to impress her that he forgets to build a real connection. He's like a walk-in rom-com, but in a romance that's one-sided. At least in this stage of the relationship, mind you. I'm using this term very loosely here. He's still forgettable. I'd even dare say dispensable. If you two are just getting to know each other, then act like it. Nothing screams too much more than waltzing up to her with a bouquet after she just told you her name. Ever seen a guy text a girl, "I miss you," after hanging out like once? Bro, chill. The fact here is that dude's smothering her because he's insecure. He thinks he needs to overdo it in order to earn her affection. Meanwhile, the girl is right there, unable to even pitch in a proper sentence or two with how pushy he is. You know who women love? The guy who doesn't need to be perfect. The guy who's fun, he's confident, and he barely tries hard at all. He's just being himself, but what do you do instead? You bit off more than you can chew. So now you're dramatically, and she's just watching on with that nervous, awkward laugh. Ease up off the pedal. Show some genuine interest. Keep it light. Build a real connection, not a fantasy. Simple. Life won't read itself like a chick flick, nor would it run like a Hallmark movie blasting on Christmas Eve. Take it one day at a time, and don't treat everything as if they have to be deep and poetic every damn time. Because love, it doesn't come from over effort. It doesn't come from 47 good morning beautiful texts. It comes from showing up as your real self, not a desperate character out of a cheap romance movie you'd only watch for shits and giggles. Life will be slow, boring at times, sure, but what you get down the line, that deep, priceless connection, that makes your patience all the more worth it. Anyways, next one, and this one might ruffle some feathers. This one's the SJW Simp. This is the guy who turns every conversation into a TED Talk about how much he supports women.
Prefer girly girls or tomboys?
I prefer neither. I think our society is going to collapse due to capitalism.
Not because he's educated or that he cares, no, but because he thinks quoting a sociology class he barely passed in college is going to get him laid. Talk about performative.
Too many of y'all spend more time nitpicking at people for being problematic on the internet than you do actually advocating for any causes.
He's the loudest feminist in the room, but it's not because he actually believes it. Nah, he's weaponizing wokeness as a rare strategy with his simp ass. But guess what? You ask him to name a single feminist movement done in the last 2 decades, and he'll be stumbling on his words. Maybe your niece in 5th grade could say something more meaningful than whatever this man has to say about actual social issues. To put it into imagery, he's that guy commenting, "You're brave queen," under a woman's selfie, then sliding into her DMs 5 seconds later going, "Hey, just checking in. Hope you're safe, brother. She just posted a bikini pic. Of course she's good." With the way that message is written, you'd almost think the poor girl just got run over. Here's the kicker here. He doesn't stand on principles. He just mirrors what he thinks women want to hear. And some women, they'll take the free attention but can smell the fake from a mile away. Then wondering why she's dessert dry in the southern hemisphere. It's a very awkward situation to say the least. Man thinks he is getting cookie points for his performative activism. Woman takes his faux concern because an extra compliment on her model shots won't hurt. Truly a match made in heaven. He's the dude who'll tell her all about equality. But behind closed doors, he's just hoping that for once in her life, she notices him. As you'd expect, he won't get much notice because anyone with eyes can see the fakeness. So what should you do instead? Stand on your values. Be a man who's true to your words, someone people can model after. Don't just talk about being a good guy. Be one. And good doesn't mean always appeasing her. If you really support women, then see them as equals whom you support out of humanity. Actions will always speak louder than words, way louder than your Instagram captions, bro. This time around, let's talk about the son husband, also known as the worst variation of the mama's boy. If you've ever been a daughter-in-law to a mom who loves her son a bit too much, then you know who this man.
Can't build a home with a man who still lives in his mother's emotional basement.
This man had been your husband. This type, the guy who's always doing everything for his mom, treating her like the queen of the world. But when it comes to his girl, he's an emotional doormat. He'll let his mom dictate his life. And when it comes to setting boundaries with his girl, he's the one who's bending over backwards. You could argue with him, assert to him that as his wife, you deserve respect from him too. He'll agree, then immediately fold and go radio silent the moment his mother dearest tells him to spend holidays with her instead of with you. Look, man, I get it. Your mom raised you. She's important, and it's perfectly good to show your mom that you appreciate her. However, there's a difference between being respectful towards her and letting her run your life. You're now a grown-ass man with a woman of your own. If there is any time to soar away from the nest, that time is now. You can't let your parents keep making decisions for you, especially when you're no longer a kid. Nothing good ever comes out of someone who's overly reliant when they could very much stand on their own already. And here's the kicker. His mom loves this dynamic. Why? Because she raised her perfect little boy, and no woman is ever good enough. And he lets it happen because it's easier to stay mama's golden child than to step up and be a man. Women don't want to date somebody who's still nestled under their mom's tit. So instead, grow a pair, get a backbone, take charge of your own life, make careful plans, have assurance in yourself. While it's true that you can make mistakes, have you not considered that your mom has made her fair share of mistakes too? Doing something wrong isn't the end of the world. It's a learning experience tailored for you so that you can do better next time. You don't need mom for that. You just need to live life at your own pace. Make sure you are the one who sets the tone for your life and for everybody around you. Stand up for yourself and your girl. Be someone reliable yourself.
Wake up! Wake up!
Next up, the black woman simp. And boy, where do I even begin? The guy who's so obsessed with black women to the point that he makes his entire personality about black women. Everything he does, every move he makes, it's all about trying to get attention from black women. They're just my type, he would reason out. He's constantly overcompensating, dropping hashtags like Black Girl Magic faster than your favorite indie artist, disappearing into the void for 5 years. But instead of just appreciating black women, he's turning them into his trophy. This makes him more righteous thanks to whatever strange justification he has going on in his head. Bro's not genuinely interested in them as individuals. Let's make that clear if it wasn't already. Now he's playing into the stereotypes, thinking that if he does the right thing, he'll get the girl instead of being a pander bear. But does it work? Hardly, especially if you've played these games enough to know when someone is just saying things to run their mouth. And here's the truth about pandering. It's see-through. Black women can spot that fake energy a mile away. Nobody has fun getting fetishized. So, how about this? Show genuine interest in black women as people, not just a category. Be respectful and learn to listen, not just check boxes. It's true, black women of all shades, in my opinion, are the most beautiful by far, no doubt. But if your mission is to be Mr. Pro-Black and fake for the culture, then what's it really about? Do you actually care for these women? Or is this just another one of your performances? Because sooner than later, someone will see right through your act, and that is being generous, since chances are someone already did. Last but not least, we have the Friendzone Simp. We hardly need an introduction for this type. Not when they are everywhere, even in mainstream media. There's a reason people keep clowning on them online.
You've been torturing me since the 6th grade.
So that's what this is about, because I wouldn't screw you in high school? Get over yourself!
Good Lord, this one is physically painful to watch. This guy keeps letting her walk all over him because he's scared of losing her. No matter how many red flags or guys she's bagging, he's still on the sidelines every single day watching. He's the guy who sticks around after she ignores him, disrespects him, or just straight up plays him. No regard for his own sake. He is throwing coins at a blocked well, hoping and really wishing she would see him the way he does with her. He's clinging to the idea that she just has to see the vision, but she's just stringing him along, even if she knows very well they would never be anything more. The guy's making excuses for why she's not texting him back or disappearing every time. And when she finds a new dude, she's gone, finished, disappeared, and then he's making excuses. Oh, she's just busy. She's dealing with stuff. Dude, look at me in the eye and tell me you mean that with your full chest. She's not dealing with stuff. She's just not interested. Girl doesn't see you as her type in the slightest. No matter what you do, it will never change. But hey, when the next guy breaks her little heart, here you are with your Kleenex and ice cream looking ass because you're still stuck in this hopeless little cycle that maybe she'll fall for you this time around, that she will finally see something in you that she won't find in any other man she seeks, except it never happens because she just doesn't want you. End of story. How about you respect yourself, understand the situation, and walk away? If she's not respecting your time, or she already told you for the umpteenth time that she's not into you, move on. What are you standing there for? Stop holding on to a relationship that you yourself are not benefiting from. They say a man doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result, is a crazy one. So to put it bluntly, stop. Dedicate the time to enrich yourself instead. Go to new places, meet new people, anything. No one deserves to hold on to non-existent hope. All right, so there you have it. 6 different types of simps, how to break free from it, and if any of this hits home, don't stress. You're not alone. Just recognize it, fix it, and level up your game. And bear in mind our main takeaway from today: work on yourself. Spend time bettering yourself from the inside out. No more wasting time and money on people who don't value you. Get yourself out of your bubble and live more. Simp culture should be a thing of the past now, so help yourself out of it immediately. The key is recognizing it, calling yourself out, and leveling up. Because once you drop the simp mindset, once you stop leading with desperation, validation, or performance, that's when you start moving different. When women begin actually respecting you and your time, that's when you start being genuinely magnetic. Now, do me a favor and hit that like button if this opened your eyes. Share it with your friends and subscribe for more, because these discussions, believe me when I say that we have a lot more to talk about. Remember, real game doesn't come from trying too hard. It comes from being the best version of you and liking those who like you for who you are. Catch you on the next one. Good luck with your journey. Peace with your simp ass. Current champ, out.
And I'ma just do me. A new thing hold me down on 2 feet. That's 10 toes, bust 4, 5, and 6 foes. Need 2.